live right now?
It's going live. Where is the link? Copy.
You gotta hurry, bro.
I know. Sorry.
8:30.
Go ahead and start sharing. Share this to my personal page. Okay.
Okay. I'm all set.
All set. Yes, you're all set.
Yeah, I'll bring up the page.
Alright, let me know when you're ready. This microphone's on.
No, I'm good. I can just grab it when we get to that point.
Is this one on? Okay, this is on, but it's on the wrong way.
Well, it's omnidirectional, so there really is
I
no
know,
wrong way.
I like to see the light, bro. Gotta like to see the light. See the light. See the light. Alright, let's get started.
Yep.
Hey, it's Pop Luck Podcast. I'm Andrew,
Mark.
I'm Ricky.
and it's been a few weeks. One of the things, I was driving here, you know, what is a very good idea while driving in the dark?
Texting.
Oh, I was
Oh.
actually,
Masturbating?
a little bit, but no, one of the things that I was listening to Kevin Smith podcast, and the ending was like I guess an ad for another podcast, and it was talking about The Exorcist, and it was really pitch dark out. So imagine driving by yourself at night, hearing sounds of horror.
Dude, I've
in
walked
your
through the
ear.
woods at night drunk.
But you're not listening to horror stories or thinking about scary stuff.
Because you're drunk. Can't hear anything.
So I'm just sitting there, I'm hearing like The Exorcist music in my head, and then like just thinking about The Exorcist.
Were they advertising the TV show?
And they're advertising some podcasts.
Oh.
Like a horror podcast?
Yeah, those are.
I could not
These
sit
days.
there and listen to a horror podcast.
Some
Not
of them are interesting.
because I would get scared, because I think I would just get really bored. Because I don't like, you can't do horror forever. You can't just.
I mean, I've listened to some, podcasts where they talk about, the Conjuring stuff, the actual people who the Conjuring is based off of, and their real experiences. I've listened to some other experiences with other people that's been turned to novels and stuff, and just listening to the stories while. Normally when I listen to it at work, which I can't listen to at work now because we can't listen to stuff anymore. Which is
No, I
stupid,
got the same thing.
so-
Even though I make phone calls all day, I was like, well, why can't I listen to something in between making a call? Like, why can't I listen to 2-3 minutes, hit pause, make a call or two, play another 2-3 minutes? Because I don't have ADD, but I don't like, if I'm just focusing on sitting there on the phone all day making 50 calls, I'll end up making less calls because I'm so fucking bored out of my mind.
Right.
If I can do something else to occupy my brain, I'll just keep churning stuff out. They're like, no, it's distracting.
Yeah. See,
You're gonna cost the company money.
See, I find like listening to these paranormal stuff really interesting and entertaining, and most stuff I listen to are claimed to be based on true events, which
Everything is.
Yeah,
everything is,
Based
which
off a
is.
true event.
I mean, they did
Supposedly.
supposedly, but then you only realize that maybe like one scene is based on true events, like Jeepers Creepers, for example. That scene in the beginning of the movie was based on actual events, but not from a monster.
Yeah.
Oh, the truck driving.
Yeah, that truck driving and throwing the body into that thing. Those are supposedly based on true events, like a cold case that never got solved. But that actually, that's what we want to talk about today is horror and other.
I mean, it's
stuff.
October, so it's going to be a more horror focused next two podcasts.
Yeah, and then we want to like talk about other stuff.
I
too,
mean, yeah,
that
there's too many trailers, but
many
obviously
trailers and
Justice
stuff.
League, Star Wars.
Yeah, and we'll get those onto those later. But we're looking at us, knowing us, we don't really, we're not as big as horror fans as most people are. I think the last few movies I've seen were horror, but then it's like really rare that you see me watching a horror movie. I mean, I went to see Annabelle with Mark, and I
Cried.
yeah, and I saw it a second time. I'm like, this is stupid. It was pretty good. Which if you're watching us live, if you're actually watching on YouTube, you can tell what our background is.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like a horror house.
yeah. So there's just
House of It.
Yeah, House of It, yeah.
yeah. Then for the next few podcasts, we're gonna try to keep it horror Halloweenish themed. Maybe not 100%, but majority of it.
Yeah.
So let's start. Ricky, you went to Erebus the other day, right?
I went there last Saturday. Yeah, Erebus and Pontiac. Shout out to those guys. They stepped it up from. I only went once last year, and this is the first time going. Last Saturday was the first time I went this year. So it's $28 to go in, cash only, which I forgot about. I had to go and withdraw at the ATM and.
It's such a random amount for cash only.
I know, right?
$28.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna have a 20, a 5, and freaking 3 ones for you. Like,
It was that threw me off guard. I was kind of pissed because I had to withdraw money at the ATM and that was a $3 transaction fee.
So you wasted $31, right?
No, and I paid for my cousin, so I paid like over $60 in total. I was kind of
Damn.
pissed, but I'm like, whatever. But like, it was actually worth my money though, because they changed it. They changed it from what I went to last year. Because last year the line was set up differently. It was kind of like Cedar Point where you have the gates are like zigzag. This year it was just you go through the door and then the greeter, she's like ready to just jump out and scare people. She jumped out, and the only one who screamed was my sister, my little cousin. And so we go in the door.
You just want to admit it.
No, I didn't scream because she looked like Beetlejuice, so like it didn't scare me. But you walk in the building and then there's a door on the right. Apparently now they take your pictures and you have the option to buy your photos.
yeah.
And then
Need more money out of your pocket.
Yeah, I know, right? Like any Cedar Point right now,
Yeah.
when you like get to the highest point, they always take a picture. Like, hey, you want to spend $20? And
yeah, so they took our photos and then we went around, got in the line. I think the night we went it wasn't that busy. I thought it'd be more busier, but we got through pretty quickly and yeah, like they changed like the when you enter usually they give you like a tutorial and so like keep your hands to yourself and whatnot or like keep your lights off and stuff. Well, the lady, she was talking and apparently this mechanical hand comes out the screen now, and it didn't do that last year when I went. So it wasn't scary, just like loud noise, and then we went through the trail to get to the line of the first stage, and that first stage they completely changed. I forgot how it was last year, but this year when I went Saturday, I was first in line in my group. So it was me, my sister behind me, and then my little cousin Lauren, and my cousin Luke, who is younger than her, and it was his birthday week. It was his birthday weekend, so we took them. That's why we went. And then my sister's boyfriend Steven, who was the last one in our line. And it's funny because like there's like not really like curtains, but like like drapes sort of. And it's like that's the first part of the stage, and so you're supposed to just open it and walk in. I wasn't expecting what that first stage was, and when I opened the drapes, it was a fucking like insane asylum hospital type. And the first thing I see is some girl dressed up in like raggedy nurse clothes, and she's got like the dark makeup on and blood like coming out her eyes and her lips, and and to admit that's like one of my biggest fears is like a hospital scene. I hate it, and like
You couldn't make it to the first stage.
yeah, I opened the curtains and I'm just like, oh my god, fuck this, no, fuck this, I'm done. And my cousins are laughing. They're like, what's wrong? She opens the curtain again, and the girl who's the nurse is like bending backwards like the Exorcist and walking towards us. And I was like, no, fuck this. And my sister gets mad. She's like, Ricky, you're holding up the damn line. You better go in there now. So I'm like, oh my god. That first stage, I was just horrified because like it's a very short stage, but how they have it set up is there's curtains, like hospital curtains, and then there's beds, and then there's bodies on the beds. I didn't want to look to my right or left because those bodies, I didn't know if people were gonna come up and scare you. I didn't know if they were dummies. I was like, I'm just gonna walk through this stage quick, and I just walked through it. And at the end, there was like a doctor guy. He had like the chainsaw and like the clown mask. And I was like, nope, I'm ignoring you. I just walked through it, and then once we got past that stage, I was good. After that, I was like, yeah, I'm not scared no more. That was my scare, that first stage, and after that, I was like, I'm not scared no more.
I don't go to haunted houses because they don't scare me whatsoever.
So you've been to haunted houses though?
Yeah, like
Okay.
it's been years because I just stopped going because I was like, there's no point because half the people don't even try to scare me. They try to like scare whatever girl I'm with. Yeah. So I'm like, why am I paying $30 if half the people aren't even going to try? And then even when the ones that do try, like it was like pitch black. It was like a pitch black room, and a guy like jumps at you, and I literally was like it's like within seconds I was like, oh hey bro.
Yeah, the thing
like,
is
it just doesn't scare me.
The thing about like what happened at Airbus is like the guys, the actors at Airbus, they kind of know who to scare, who not to scare. Because I was first in line after that first stage I went through. After that, all the actors just came up with me like, oh, they're trying to scare me and shit. I was like, okay, and then they're like, oh, okay, so don't scare this guy, scare the people behind him. So, it's funny though. I told my sister like, it's not even the monsters or the scary music or the noise that scare me. It's you guys that scare me because you guys grab onto me and make me jump. I hate that shit so much. It's like I'm not even scared of anything. You guys scream and then like clutch onto me and make me jump because you guys are like holding onto me so tightly. I'm like, relax, they're not gonna touch you.
I've only been in one haunted house on 8 Mile, and just that tells you what kind of haunted house it is because it wasn't very scary. I mean, there was moments where I jumped, but then there's moments where I'm just like, all right, a guy in a clown mask, which I do have some kind of fear of clowns, but then when you're wearing a mask and it looks really plasticky, I really don't care for clown mask. Now, if you were in actual makeup and I could see that you're an actual person, not behind a mask, that's what freaks me out.
Like with the clown makeup.
Yeah, the clown makeup, it's them. It's not like, oh, you're wearing a mask. I really don't care for a mask. Like normally, clown would freak me out, but this is just you're wearing a mask and that's it. And I remember there was it was really dark, so you couldn't really see really too much of anything. It's just stuff, people coming at you. There was this lady, a girl, with a syringe, and he's like, I want to take my medicine. I'm like, all right, that's not very scary. So I was like, what kind of medicine do you have? You want to try it? Yeah, sure. She was getting pissed at me. You could just tell she was like, I think they get pissed if you're not scared and if you're like being a smart ass with these people.
Yeah, which is what I always was. I was a smart ass the whole time last time I went.
It's like they can't do anything to you, and
No, they just get pissy because by that point, whatever group you're with has caught up to you.
Yeah.
So when they see you just standing there talking to like a shadowy figure, they're just gonna be like, oh, someone tried to scare him.
Yeah, and then they have dude dressed up as Michael Myers, which, in the haunted houses, I'm not so worried about, but like trick or treating wise, they just stand there and stare at stuff.
I think it's the fact that you go, it's in a like it's a haunted house, like you already know what to expect.
Yeah, exactly.
The element out of it. Like if it was something where it was like a whole neighborhood was set up, and all you knew is that this was like a horror neighborhood, and like you're walking around just kind of like chilling, checking stuff out, and then all of a sudden like this Michael Myers guy starts like appearing behind every corner. Like, you'd get freaked out, like, if you didn't know what it was, but, like, it's the fact that you know it's a haunted house. I mean,
It's like, you know they're actors.
What's going to be different than any other haunted house?
Right.
Yeah. Now Halloween, you don't know because you don't know what kind of creep are out there.
Yeah, and it's like unless you go to one of those like way too crazy horror ones where like there's real blood and like they're super.
Yeah, there's
So
some.
You gotta sign fucking waivers. And
Yeah,
shit.
like that shit. Like you can act like they'll chase you, so like, you can actually get hurt. Like if they catch you, like
There's one you throw up at, you know, just like
Yeah.
you get so scared, you have such a big anxiety attack that you'll just like pass out or throw up. Which I actually do want to experience that at least once.
I don't.
And
I can punch you in the nuts as hard as you want until
Talking
you
about horror,
throw
bro. I'm
up.
not talking about you kicking my. Of course, I'll throw up if you kick me in the nuts.
We'll make him.
I will make your dreams come true.
I'm talking about horror stuff, bro.
I don't know. Like some of the horror stuff is like, I don't mind the horror stuff, but like some of the stuff is like so extreme. You know, like I forgot where it's. I think it's in California where they you sign a waiver. And then, like, they make your, like, scary desires come true. Like, if you want to get tied up and, like, make and feel like how it feels like to be, like...
That just sounds like a fetish
threatened.
thing.
Yeah. But that's just so fucked up. Like,
I think it's same thing that you could like say that your big toe is being buried alive.
Yeah,
and
they'll
like,
give you that
they'll
experience.
bury you
Yeah.
alive. Like I mean, they'll probably like give you an oxygen tank or something and be like, you've got 10 minutes of air, and then cover you with shit.
oh, I think that's just a bit much. I would not go to that extreme.
But see, at that point, it's not even a haunted house. It's just
A thrill.
a place exploiting basic human fear. That's not a
Yeah.
haunted house. I mean, that's just
It's like a asylum.
like yeah. Like if you put a real gun up to my head and say, in one of these chambers is a real bullet, and you keep pulling the trigger, like yeah, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. But if you jump out with a plastic or a plastic knife and a clown mask, I'm gonna be like, well, you're fucking dumb. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just you already know. So,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, we filmed a horror this past Saturday, because you know this that's time of season and I've been doing a lot of filming. We join in on the horror film roulette that goes on in Michigan, which is just like more of a lower competition. We decided to do it just because we wanted to do it, and we used. Since Halloween Town, or not Halloween Town, Spirit Halloween, Halloween USA, they're all open. We were able to buy some of our stuff there, and we had a scene where we mixed blood with ground beef.
Ew.
Yeah, so
It's a waste of ground beef.
yeah, all right.
Did you buy cheap ground beef?
I don't know.
Andrew's like prime ass ground beef.
Well, yeah, when because they want to look real, so when we killed the person in the movie, you could see all the ground beef come out. Looks like puke and stuff, but it's just what was I going through with this? But yeah, sorry, we did that horror film thing, and
Yeah.
we wrote slasher, and at first we were really worried about slasher because we thought that we were gonna spend so much money on slasher. We wanted something else. We wanted like monster or psycho thriller. But you know, with horror film that you roll, obviously it's a roulette, so you roll the thing to give you a genre, and we got slasher, and I thought, I think,
slasher's hard. Not these days.
Now these days, yeah, slashers are like
back in the 80s. That was the thing, was a good slasher. But now a slasher movie's like, well, that guy's dead.
yeah.
Oh, that
Nowadays,
guy's dead.
slasher movies aren't really like the
They're not
thing that you're
scary.
scared anymore because
It's the cycle. There was like Split.
yeah.
It's the mind fuck horror movies.
Yeah, because like you look at Jason, he's a monster, but it's a slasher film. Freddy Krueger, slasher. Halloween, slasher. None of them. Now we grow up, we're watching that stuff. It's like
Now,
doesn't
not like
worry
back
you
then
anymore.
we were scared, but now we watch it. Yeah, like I think it was in the hospital like when we first got there for like the childbirth. Like when we were just getting there, they were showing the original Halloween, and so I was watching it and I was like, this is fucking dumb. and the original Freddy Krueger, and again I was like, this is fucking dumb.
yeah, you don't take them serious. I think
He's like, they're like falling asleep at their desks, and then like it's the dumbest thing. Like the whole, I know. Have you guys seen the original Freddy Krueger?
Yeah,
recently?
it's on Hulu.
It's always on.
Have you seen it like recently? Like
Yeah, I saw it like last month.
okay, isn't it so dumb how like he's following the one girl, and then like all she has to do is fall asleep and think of a friend who's like awake, and then he's like, "Ha, you're fucked." Like, what the fuck? Like, it's not how it's supposed to work.
It's
Like-
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, but it's like this whole thing is like he can't kill you unless you know who he is, and it's like, but all that's happening is the one girl is thinking of other people, and then when they fall asleep, he's able to go into their dreams and kill them. They don't know who he is,
Yeah, you're supposed to be afraid of him.
but like yeah, like even if they know who he is, they're not
They
afraid of
follow.
him at all. But like the one, and it wasn't even their dream. Their friend thought of them while she was awake. And then when they went to a dream, he was able to go in and kill him. And I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
I think with horror movies these days, the evolution of it, like stuff that used to scare you, don't scare you anymore. Like if you look at the old horror movies back in the days, like Dracula, Frankenstein, there's even going even further than that, like the pendulum swing from like those old black and white movies. Nowadays, you watch those stuff, they're not scary movies anymore. I mean, they're in the scary movie category, but they're not scary
Yeah,
anymore.
it's not. Yeah.
You're not scared of Dracula anymore. It's they kind of dumb down Dracula to
If you
where it's
ever
a joke.
were.
And like Frankenstein's like they dumbed them down to oh your brain or not to, yeah whatever. They dumbed everything down to even now when we
Yeah.
look at the slasher films because like early 90s 80s those are like the thing that scared you. Oh, someone coming up with a knife. Nowadays it's like because it's so popular these days, it's you lose the scare because we're just so used to it that
Yeah.
we enjoy it so much. We follow this stuff so much. We're no longer scared. We don't jump anymore. I mean, they'll have their jump scenes. They purposely try to scare you with these jump scenes, but then, like after that, it's just like I'm not so scared anymore. And I think the thing that scares people the most now are like possession movies or stuff like The Conjuring. Now imagine in like 10 or 20 years, is that still gonna be scary for us?
Yeah.
So they're just gonna recycle it again, and
You're
then
gonna go back to like crazy slashers.
yeah.
Yeah. And so what's after that though is like, what can really scare us?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing, it's all more visual now. That's why like all those like ghost movies and stuff are scaring people because the movie effects and the CGIs are so good now.
Yeah. Do you think it's because like stuff like The Conjuring or Exorcist, because like many of us actually do believe that stuff happens, it freaks us out?
I don't know. I think it just depends on the person, I guess. Like if someone believes in like the whole spiritual realm shit, or like someone believes in possession, like does scare them more. But someone who doesn't believe in it, it's just more for the visual.
Because me, I believe in the supernatural. I mean, I believe in the paranormal, and I'm not as afraid of it because of our Christian beliefs. But that's like that stuff. When you think about it, it does kind of freak me out. Like knowing that stuff for me really happens. There's a reason why in Japan actually is called what was it, the Ghost in the Shell or something?
Ghost in the Shell.
Something Ghost. I'm not talking about the anime, but then it's like it's
Ghost in the Shell.
there's nicknames for them because like Asian people in general, not just Japanese, like we're really superstitious.
Well, that's where all the Asian, like a lot of American horror films, like for when it comes to all their like spiritual movies, their ghost movies, they're actually a lot of them are inspired by Asian films because a lot of the Asian film and Asian culture, they believe in that stuff. Like, you remember that movie, The Eye, with Jessica Alba? That was actually based off a Thai movie, and the Thai version was like so much scarier.
Because to them they say that it happens to them, and they personally know how the experience is based on their story, so that it's scarier when it comes from them. But now when you try to retell it, it's like it's not so scary.
The American version is only good because Jessica Alba was in it. Like, she's hot.
Did they change it? I didn't watch the whole entire thing, but they changed the whole entire outcome of it.
Yeah, they gave it a more happy ending compared to
Yeah,
the
everyone
Thai
survived,
version.
and
Yeah.
it's like everyone's supposed to die at the end.
Yeah.
Except for the two main characters. Everyone dies. That explosion happens. That bust happens. That exploded. Everyone dies. And it's scary. And then another movie, you know how I was talking about driving here and like it freaks you out because you're listening to horror stuff? The original Shudder, the Thai version of Shudder, actually for a while freaked everybody out when they drove home.
Oh yeah, the car scene. Yeah.
There's a scene. Yeah, that scene.
Have you seen that one?
No.
I think it's on Hulu still. You should check it out.
Yeah, there's a scene in there where like the guy's driving and he's not aware of it, but then like to us we're aware of it. But like the ghost lady, she's like floating, or she's floating, or she was just crawling.
No,
on the side of the
he
car.
was aware of it, but his girlfriend that was in the car, she wasn't aware of it, because he saw her like in the film when he's driving on the
Talking about Taiwan, right?
yeah, and
No.
when he's driving on the road, he looks in his rear view mirror and he sees a body get up from the street. So he drives faster and then he's like freaking out, and his girlfriend's like, why are you so scared? What the hell's going on? And then he looks. It's in Thailand, so they drive on their right side. So he looks to his left, and she's like crawling on the passenger side window, and that shit was scary as fuck. And then he drives fast, and she's like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" And then like he looks in the rearview mirror, he looks at the side window, he looks at the back, and then he's like, right when he feels like a sigh of relief, he turns around and she's at the fucking front of the car on the front window, and he just slams on the brakes and they crash into a tree.
I tell you, that's.
Watching that scene though, as a kid, that shit was scary as hell.
Just thinking about that, was scary stuff. You know, for a while I couldn't. I was afraid to shower because of The Grudge. Like even the American version of The Grudge.
The American version of The Grudge was actually pretty.
Yeah,
scary.
it's pretty. Yeah, it was
It's been a
actually
while
one of the
since
most
The
scarier.
I think the American version did the story much better than the Japanese one though.
Yeah, like see for me, why it took a while for me to like, I was afraid to shower for a while because like that scene in the shower.
The
like,
hand
the
drags.
hand
Oh
cover,
yeah.
I was like
yeah.
freaking out.
Yeah.
That's why I have like my like.
Your back straight, your back against the wall, like fuck you, dude, you're not touching me.
And also it's not that too. It's like it's
There's a
also,
difference. Now you can't afford to like it happened to like me, like white guy taking a shower, like hey, I'd be like, can you at least get my back? Like damn.
and it's also like because we have the bathroom sink. It's like I always imagine something crawling out from like under the sink too. Like oh my gosh, something's crawling right now. If I open this curtain, something's gonna be there. I always got that fear.
Curtains don't really bother me. It's those fucking old ass
Because
bathrooms.
it's never there when you pull the curtain.
Right. No,
Never.
It's those mirrors, like the mirror with the cabinet with the mirror on it.
Oh,
you open it
yeah.
and then you close it.
And someone's there.
Yeah, my house has that. So
Yeah.
like,
So does my bathroom.
yeah,
Yeah.
so like I open it and I'm like, right, nothing's behind, right?
You know one thing that I did as a kid. Every time I use the bathroom, like when people have their shower curtains like completely closed,
You
like,
fucking open your shit.
I always like open it first and leave it open on you. Because I always have that fear that
Could you
something's
imagine like
back
you're at the
there.
person's house? Hey, I'm opening your shower curtains.
Like what the fuck? Why?
I don't even move it back. I just leave it. I was like, people listening to this are probably like, no wonder why my shower curtain's always open.
No, yeah, it's true though. I mean, like, it's not so much that it scares you. It's just like it's the visual stuff. Like you see it and like it just imprints on your mind. Like for me, it's basements are like not not Mark's basement, but my basement at home because it's not a complete finished basement and we just have a bunch of shit down there. And so I'm always like, I look down there, I'm like, yeah, fuck this, man. I'm not.
This
dying
isn't
down
really.
here.
This is only finished because I like fucking put carpet down.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like this is like you have like a you have furniture down here. My basement,
Yeah.
you don't. The only thing I have really is just my weight set, my boxing bag, and then my parents have like a shelf full of movies and some like dishes, like a shelf full of dishes and stuff.
yeah.
And so
Like the nice shit that gets taken
Yeah.
out when like grandma comes over, whereas you never
Exactly.
never fucking use it.
yeah,
See, I'm used to my basement because I practically live down there. But then when it comes to
Well,
other people's
I mean,
basement,
to be fair, you do.
yeah, I do. But when it comes to other people's basement that are like unfinished, I'm like, I freak out when people have me come downstairs to like get something, and like I'll come back down. I run upstairs because I feel like
So
I feel like
you
something's
feel
gonna,
the
like,
hand behind the hairs in your neck, like no.
like, I always have that fear, and then I make the mistake of looking back, like something's gonna like pop up from the staircase and look at you, I'm like ah. So I
Well, no.
always have that fear, dude.
So like, you see how Mark steps have like some
Gaps.
yeah, the gaps, and some stairs don't. Well, I'm glad mine doesn't. But like some old ass house. I mean, I remember I went to a friend's house and they lived in Detroit, and it's like old raggedy house, and they had steps like this. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm not walking down your steps, man, because something might grab my ankles and fuck. I'm like, no.
Chunky will slip that.
Like, man, I'm done.
Yeah, that always freaks me out. And my cousin's bit when we were filming Saturday, Like my cousin has a really old basement where the ceiling like it's really low. So like even I'm a short guy too. So it's like I had to really bend over and I'm just trying to like, I'm looking for stuff in the basement and I was just like, dude, if I live here, I probably would like move out in the first.
Dude, you would freak out then. Like C's, it was I don't know if it was a hooply or just a baby shower. I don't remember.
A hooply is a ritual thing that most
Yeah.
people do, by the way, for those who are listening.
And I was insanely drunk. And I was really glad I was drunk because I wasn't, I would have freaked out. Because I was like, hey, where's your bathroom? I gotta like use the bathroom. He's like, oh, there's one downstairs. In the basement. He's like, just go open the door and go downstairs. It's like you go down a couple steps and it's like it goes into the basement. And his bathroom is literally just this thing built into like a side area of the basement. With a cardboard door.
It's a Hmong thing.
And
it's a Hmong thing to
there's
do.
no light in the bathroom, and I can't leave the door open. So I had to shut the door, and I had to turn on my phone flashlight mode and prop it to like so I could fucking see anything. And I'm like, I remember thinking like if I wasn't super drunk, this would probably freak me out a little bit because you could not see a thing.
Hmong people are ghetto like that though.
I would just be like, dude, I'm about to just go in your backyard. Fuck, man.
That's what most people do. Like, dude, that's the thing that everyone does. Like, instead of going to the bathroom, if we're dudes, we're just gonna pee right inside the house. What the guys want, like, everyone.
I was told. I was like, oh, I gotta use your bathroom. He's like, dude, if you gotta pee, just go in the garden.
That's what everyone does.
I was like, no, I gotta do. You guys like, I had to use the bathroom. If I just had to pee, I'd go pee outside. He's like, oh, in that case, go downstairs.
Yeah, sit there for a little bit. Dude, have you never actually experienced the actual hooply thing before, right? Or the shaman stuff?
What do you mean?
Like the.
I think Mark's been it.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I meant like, well, no, it's only for more like just blessing stuff, right?
I mean, I've been to a few people that and like funerals and.
Some certain relatives of mine. See, I don't believe. Well, I mean, in a way, I believe in over higher power, but the people like some Hmong people they still do the shaman stuff. So I remember when my grandpa died, they were trying to do that. Before he died, they were trying to like get his spirit back from the spirit world because they said that it's running away from like the shaman lady comes in like we're all in the basement, but you can hear her upstairs.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we call it jingle bells. Because they wear all these bells but then like they're chanting all this weird shit. And as a kid, like hearing that stuff, I was like 13, 14, maybe I don't know, 12 to 14 years old at the time. It's like you hear that stuff and they're just like stomping on the ground and it's like you hear the bells
ringing the
ringing,
bells
and they're yelling. And
Krampus
stuff.
is coming.
It's like they're having an argument with some kind of demon or something. And as a kid,
They wouldn't bring my spirit back. They'd find it and be like, oh shit, no, this thing's staying where it's at.
Yeah. See, I haven't
Wrong
learned
one.
that stuff.
This thing's like taking over hell. It's good. We're not bringing this one back.
Yeah, as a kid, seeing that stuff, it just puts stuff in your mind. It freaks the crap out of you. Especially my grandparents' house. It wasn't like the best looking house. It was really old looking, and we're in the basement. But there was enough of us in the basement too, where it's like it doesn't freak you out as much, but it's just the house looks like it could be haunted.
Yeah, I'm letting your spirit die. By the way, I'm not trying to.
You
bring your
don't
spirit
believe that
back.
stuff in any way. So.
Yeah, but I'm still not even. I'm not even helping.
I don't
like
believe
he's
that
fucking.
stuff.
He's dead. All right, he's gone. All right.
Yeah.
I've accepted it. We should just all move on.
Yeah. So there's a segment that we there's something that we want to do. It's just a kind of like a question and answer game. Facebook, they have these memes of would you rather stuff, and
BuzzFeed does it all the time.
yeah, there's like would you rather do this. So let's. I thought why not let's make a topic, a segment for our podcast on this. Like would you rather? You guys can actually hear our live thoughts and
and we're gonna do a more intricate horror one. Like I'm gonna do additional research and find like the super intense horror questions for the next podcast because that'll essentially be around Halloween. Yeah. But for this one, I was like, I just found a thing and it was like it's just it's one of those things to determine how disturbed your friends are. But I was like, all right, but there's gonna be scary ones in here, and I can just pick those out.
Yeah, the first one that like the one that inspired me was like, would you rather be trapped in the woods with the ring girl, the grudge girl, and some other.
Yeah, or like trapped in a house with like a killer clown.
Yeah, the forest was it. Jason, Michael Myers, and Chucky, and then the house was the this creepy scary.
Was it those four or the house with those four?
Yeah.
So that's that's what inspired me. Maybe we'll go on the air and talk about this stuff and like give us our answer. But my obvious pick is I'd rather be trapped in the forest with Jason, Michael Myers, and now that I've seen it, it's fine with me. I'm
going Forest 1 because I can run more in a forest and I can trapped in some old house.
And plus, those girls, those grudge ring, they're spiritual beings. They can't really outrun them.
But I can like take a pointy stick and like jab Jason in the face and be like, I don't care if you fucking get up, bitch. You're going down for at least 2 minutes.
Right.
Bam.
And after seeing those kids in the movie beat the crap out of it.
Well, that and I would just laugh at it.
Chucky, you can just kick him.
Like I just saw a meme was making fun of it because it was Yu Yu Hakusho's 25th anniversary, and it was like a meme. It was like Yu Yu Hakusho sucks, and it was the guy going in the sewer like, "Bitch, you get back up here!"
Go in the reaching worm in the sewer.
Yeah, like I said, after watching it, seeing like the original one, like they killed it with battery acid. And,
I'm just bringing this up because Inhumans sucks for anyone listening.
I watched it 5 minutes.
I didn't even watch it because I heard how bad it was. There was another meme where it was like the clown being like, I have all the Inhumans episodes, and then people are like paving it over with cement. Like, I fuck this.
Oh, that's bad. I watched the first 5 minutes of it. But you have some.
Yeah, but that's what. Ricky, forest or house?
Oh, I'll take the forest.
You can go into detail about it.
I'll take the forest. Just because Michael Myers and Jason, they walk. They don't run, they walk. But as long as you don't trip like the white girls in the movie, you're fine.
And if you're black.
Yeah. Well, if you're black, you're screwed anyway. You're like, I'm going to fucking fight this guy, and then you die.
Yeah, but I have better chances of surviving with the forest than with the house. Because if I was in the house with those crazy-ass girls, I'm dead.
No, I know. Regardless. Right. So we'll do it quick so we can get through a lot. Would you rather hear the voices of dead people or see the ghost?
Oh shit!
And now, if you see the ghost, you cannot hear them. But if you hear them, you cannot see them.
Oh man,
fuck that, dude.
Well, if this question was,
I don't know.
If this question was more elaborate, like, can the ghost do anything to you?
But that's the point. They're that simple.
It's just you know see it or you hear it.
You know what ghosts can do in general. Either you hear them, or you see them.
Dude, oh man, if I don't know, I don't know, dude.
I think I'd rather hear them, just because I could kind of like block it out. But seeing stuff visually, that's just
I'd rather hear them.
See, I'm going see. So that way, as soon as I say, I can be like, right here, buddy, right here.
Now, if I was with a crowd of people, I wouldn't care. I would just think they're part of the crowd.
You'd be like, hey, guys, this is the old Civil War guy that follows me around randomly. He's apparently decided to come into the party.
Because here's the thing too, like if you hear it dead, like
I would freak out. See, if I'm sleeping and all of a sudden this ghost materializes, like I'm not gonna wake up. I'm gonna sleep through it. But if I'm sleeping in the middle of the night and all of a sudden this whisper thing starts talking to me in my ear, I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
Oh my god! I just started
go the fuck away.
Yeah, I think like the hearing stuff isn't as bad, but like visually seeing it, it's gonna freak me out. Plus, like if you watch like movies and stuff, there's those. Do you want to hear your dead spouse or daughter again? And you hear it, it can be emotional. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like it's gonna freak you out. They'll probably say something like,
say some gay shit.
I was like, I'll be fine with that.
All right. I mean, some of these. This is the first website that I found. So some of these suck. So I'm not going to go into them. This is more of a gore one, but I'm going to go into it anyway because it brings up this like the Saw franchise.
Right.
So this is a good question. Would you rather cut off your own arm or gouge out your own eye?
Ooh. I'll take out my eye, dude. I need my arms.
I'm going arm because I can get a prosthetic. I'm going arm. I'd rather see. Because there's no prosthetic for an eye that's going to let you see.
Yeah, because dude, we read comic books, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Describe it to me.
I can jerk off with a prosthetic.
It just feels like someone else is doing it.
A permanent stranger.
That was easy.
It's Iron Man.
So But I feel more of a burden like if I'm blind to people, man.
All right, okay. You guys are all monks. This is a good one. Okay, would you rather experience sleep paralysis every night or hallucinations during the day?
Well, I've experienced sleep paralysis, so I go with that.
I experienced sleep paralysis. That's
But every night.
I don't know. I'd probably freak out, but I'd rather.
I'm going hallucinations during the day, man. 'Cause what if they're cool hallucinations?
No,
What if I see like
I need to work.
because
I don't want to trip at work.
I think if I was able to hallucinate, then I'd rather I don't like seeing stuff in the middle of the night, and if people realize I can hallucinate and I'm not like on drugs or anything, then I can get away with disability or something like that. You know?
All right. Would you rather spend the night at a haunted hotel or inside an insane asylum?
Oh, well, neither. But I'm more scared of an insane asylum than a haunted hotel. So
I'm going haunted hotel because at least the bed will be comfy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're only staying a night there, right?
Yeah.
A haunted hotel. I mean, there's. Well, I don't know now because I've never really seen The Shining, but seeing like
that room 1408, that one was pretty scary.
yeah, seeing stuff. That's a tough one because insane asylums are, haunted by crazy ass people. So I think I'd rather do the hotel. I mean, I'd rather take my chances in.
Plus, you might get a room that's not even haunted.
The one that's not haunted. All right. Would you rather be stuck in the woods with Slender Man or Hannibal Lecter?
Oh, Slender Man, dude.
Dude, Hannibal
No,
Lecter.
I'd rather be
Hannibal Lecter's a normal guy.
I'd actually at least have a fighting chance against Hannibal Lecter. I don't want to go against the
Well, I haven't watched
Yeah, and
Slender
if-
Man.
at
so
least
There's
what-
no movie, but
It's a game.
It's
Oh,
not a
yeah.
game. It's more of an urban legend.
No,
that
it's a
people
game.
Made up. Well, they made it into a game,
Yeah.
but then it's more like
No, it became an urban legend because of the game.
yeah.
Right, you see him and you're just dead or something.
Well,
It's more of
you walk
kids
you walk through the woods and you got to collect these pages, and after every page you collect, he gets closer, and all your screen will start going static. That means he's close by, and all of a sudden you turn around, and he's right there, and you die.
It's in the end result. He kills you anyways,
Yeah, I think so.
even if you collect all 6 pages.
Yeah.
Collect 5. Like, yep, you ain't getting me.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch. All right. Would you rather hear strange noises in the middle of the night or see strange shadows on the wall?
That's almost the same thing as the first one.
Yeah, that's like
It's
that's
similar,
like the other
yeah.
one, but
I'm scared either way. I'd rather not see anything.
Okay. No, this is a way better one. Would you rather wake up with an IV in a creepy hospital or chained to a radiator in an empty room?
oh shit.
Maybe an IV. Because I mean, if I'm in a creepy hospital, then I at least would think someone's trying to help me.
I'm only going creepy hospital because with an IV I can just rip that out and deal with a slight blood drip. But chained to a radiator, I ain't getting out of that.
Yeah. Damn. A creepy hospital. Because they might have misplaced you.
Okay, this is just another like horror monster one. Would you rather see Freddy Krueger in your dreams or Norman Bates at a motel?
Who's Norman Bates?
It's not
Isn't
that
he a
horror.
killer too?
Yeah.
I'd rather fight Freddy. I ain't scared of Freddy.
I mean, we see the movie. All we gotta do is say, "Hey, we're not afraid of you." But then at the end of the movie, there's like a cliffhanger or something happens, a twist.
You know, because like Freddy, I'm not scared of him because like Rick and Morty made fun of him with that.
Yeah, you just gotta hide.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty.
Okay, this is a really disturbing one, but we're gonna do it because we've been talking about Hannibal Lecter. Would you rather eat human skin or gnaw on the bones?
Oh, that's gross.
Maybe I'll gnaw on the bones. I
don't know, man. I guess like
because I'd rather not like have it in my body. Gnawing, you're not really like eating it. You're just chewing on it, right? Like
It says gnawing like a dog.
oh, fuck. I don't know.
I'll gnaw on the bone.
Ew.
I wouldn't want to eat that. It's like it's in my mouth and the texture.
I'm going bones. At least I can pretend it's just something else. But whereas skin, I know that's fucking human skin.
Ugh, that's just gross. I go with the bone too.
Now that reminds me of a story.
I'm just
that-
like at least you're not like putting it in your mouth and consuming it. You just close your eyes and just hold on to the bone, just like
Yeah, you can just whatever.
That reminds me of a story of I used to work at McDonald's. We'll tell stories and stuff. And a manager at the time was telling us a story about this. More like a story of a friend of a friend of a friend, saying that like this girl met this random stranger at a bar, and you know what happens at bars. You meet a stranger, and there's a chance you either go home with them or you start making out with them randomly. And I guess this girl, she was making out with some total stranger. She had no idea who he is, and then a few days later, she realized she had like these weird rashes. And she went to the doctors, and the doctor's like, I know this is a very strange question to ask, but have you been eating human flesh?
Ugh.
And she's like, no, because like those rashes are a result of something in the human body. Like if you eat human flesh, this stuff will happen. Like your skin will have these rashes and stuff. And it's like then she realized she was making out with some dude, and I guess that guy is a cannibal who ate human flesh. And I was like, just hearing that question, I was like,
That's just gross.
Have you ever seen the man from the movie I Saw the Devil? It's a Korean thriller.
I've heard about it.
I've seen it on Netflix. I never watched it.
It's a good movie. There's a killer in there that actually like kills people, and then like he saves them their meat because he actually enjoys eating human meat. And I was like,
That's just gross.
yeah, he eats it raw. He just was like, you know, once you go eat human meat, you can't go back to anything else. I'm like, that's just nasty, man. It's a good movie, by the way. It's if you want a good thriller, it's a really good thing to watch. It's basically about dude. He kills the main character's wife, the good guy's wife, and he seeks revenge and like pretty much puts them in random places. And it's a good movie. Check it out.
Okay. This is not really a scary question, but it's an interesting one. Okay. The Leprechaun versus Chucky. Who wins?
I hated Leprechaun.
They're both terrible. They're both horrible movies.
Yeah.
But then I hate Leprechaun just because it's more makeup and.
I only like Leprechaun because Jennifer Aniston was in it, and she was young in that movie.
Like as much as I hate the Leprechaun movies, I mean I actually enjoy watching the Chucky movies. They're funny as hell. But I think Leprechaun would beat Chucky just because Leprechaun does have more power in a way, and Chucky's in general he's a supernatural doll, but then he's still human and a doll. Like,
yeah, I think
he has
Leprechaun would
Flash.
beat him.
Yeah, I think Leprechaun too, because Chucky can't really do anything besides just keep getting up, but the Leprechaun can like turn him into shit.
Well, did you watch a new movie?
The new Chucky movie?
Yeah.
God no.
I mean, it wasn't. I liked it. It wasn't great. It's still a bad movie, but I liked it. But spoilers, because you two probably aren't planning to watch it, right?
No.
I skimmed through it.
Spoilers. He's able to put his soul in multiple Chucky dolls, so there's more than one of them running around. So it's like he's able to be at all these different places at once. Because the last movie, Curse of Chucky, the post credit scene where he goes and tries to like kill Andy from the first original movies, he gets shot by Andy, and then this one it kind of like plays off from there, and Andy actually keeps Chucky's head on a plaque and then a safe. So like when he has lonely nights, he'll pull Chucky out and starts talking to Chucky, and Chucky's still alive, and he's a supernatural doll. But then Andy realizes that there's killings happening in the same time from the girl from the previous movies, and he's like, "How the heck? I have you here. How the heck are you there?" And you realize, oh, Chucky can go in between, like have different bodies too.
All right, I'll end it at this one because I'll save future ones for the next podcast.
It's creepy.
I know. Okay, would you rather spend? Okay, they're both cabins, so you don't have a choice. Would you rather spend a night locked in a cabin with the girls from The Evil Dead and The Ring, or spend a night locked in a cabin with the girls from The Exorcist and The Grudge?
Oh my god.
That either way.
Fuck.
Okay,
I would say The Evil Dead and The Ring because I would not watch The Ring videotape, so I'm not.
Oh, you're stuck with the girl.
You're stuck in the cabin. Like you've already watched the tape.
Oh, fuck
you're
yeah,
you're locked in a cabin with them, so
Well,
you're already fucked.
I'm screwed either way, but then the girl.
Yeah,
Evil
I
Dead
take my
and-
chances with The Ring and
Because they
because that girl from The Grudge is fuck that dude. I can no.
they're in a way, they're better to look at than the girl from The Exorcist. Dude, like just seeing that face
Yeah.
freaks me out.
Here you go, Ricky.
Even though that
Gross.
face freaks me out too, but
You know, that actress was at Motor City 2 years ago.
she's
right?
always there.
And like, she still looks scary as shit.
That girl from Extras,
Like,
she's always at Motor City, dude.
I mean, that's all she's known for is just The Exorcist, because no one wants to recast her and anything.
If you look at the if you've seen because that's the new one, I like from Evil Dead. Yeah, she's pretty hot in that movie, and the girl
Yeah, she
from
was.
The Ring. If you look at her now, she's still hot.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go with Evil Dead and The Ring just because I feel like they're less supernatural by themselves. Like they have to have a host body,
Right.
whereas The Exorcist and The Grudge really don't. So like, if I can kill the host
Oh my
body,
God.
our green screen fell, and we all freaked out.
Oh, that's so good. We went live with this. That's so good.
The tape must have come undone.
See, we're talking about all this shit. Oh,
See, it's fun to come. You guys jump and we go, what the fuck happened? What'd you guys see?
I saw it on camera.
All right.
Okay. On to it.
All right.
Alright, that's enough horror talk for today, and we still have a lot of time.
Yeah, we'll have to cover more later. As you guys know, I gotta make sure I take care of the baby and do shit.
It was like
So
what's that? Yeah,
Just about
earlier.
done.
Oh.
Just quick thoughts on Justice League and Star Wars. Since we found
Yeah.
this one.
The trailers. I didn't really. I wasn't as impressed with these trailers as I was with the second trailer, the first two trailers. I mean, the Justice League stuff was just everything else, which was more action stuff. The only thing that was new was Lois Lane and Superman.
Yeah.
So you do know Henry Cavill is in the movie. Just
I mean, it was obvious because the Funkos came out and the toys came out.
yeah. So, but then this confirms that he did stuff. But then after that, it's like everything was just almost the same stuff, just maybe
A little bit more
a
action.
little bit
sequence,
more
yeah.
stuff. The Star Wars movie. I didn't like the Star Wars trailer.
You did?
I feel like the
I
Star
did.
Wars, I feel like the Star Wars
Right.
trailer was more well made than the Justice League trailer was.
Yeah, because this one had actual
dialogue and stuff.
dialogue and new footage, and it makes you wonder and think.
Yeah, but like Justice League's coming out first. You think they would be more focused on like?
Yeah, but see, I can see where Justice League is coming from because like when they did Batman vs Superman, Zack Snyder did too much.
Yeah,
And
He
then
knows what
now,
they- he knows
now
what
they're
they-
getting all this shit for
Yeah.
not
He
showing
knows what
enough.
they're trying to do in the trailer though, like with what Marvel's doing with Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers.
dude, come on. Let's just leave it. I don't care.
Yeah,
the
whatever.
music stuff.
No, they're trying to like do all these humor jokes
Oh yeah, those
now. And,
those
like DC's
one-liners.
never done it before.
You know, Mike is fucking Josh Whedon. He's
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know.
because Josh Whedon's got like the last bit of it, so he's like he got to rewrite certain scenes.
yeah.
So
I think
you
he
can
knew.
see-
I think he knew. Like,
Yeah.
guys, this is what fucking works.
Yeah, you're gonna see his humor. In
We're gonna have
Justice
to
League for
we're gonna have to rip off Marvel a little bit here,
Yeah.
or these movies are gonna tank. No one wants to see a pure serious Justice movie. That
I'm
worked out
still gonna see it.
so well and bad. Well, no, obviously I'm still gonna see it. And if Ricky
What?
can resist buying tickets for 5 seconds on this one, we can see it together.
I'll probably buy tickets because I'm taking my mom to see Star Wars.
I have a
she
movie
loves the Star
pass,
Wars
so-
franchise.
No, Star Wars is whatever. Because I'm already seeing Star Wars with my buddy Mark, and then me, him, and our buddy Justin have a tradition where after we all see it once, we're all going to meet up again and see it together. Because we have a tradition where the three of us always see the Star Wars movies together. But I'm talking about Justice League. If Ricky can resist buying tickets,
Well, you gotta go on the Thursday night then, because I'm not waiting until Friday. Because if I don't watch it Thursday, it's spoilers. will
Ricky,
be on
I will
Facebook
take
by
a
Friday.
half day.
You know how many-
I can take a half day and
You know
go
how
in
many-
at 2.
You know how many memes this guy looks online, and
Oh.
he's gonna see me that
Yeah.
spoil stuff.
Yeah, but Ricky, I can take a half day and go in at like 2 on Friday.
Okay, then we'll do that then. We'll go Thursday night because I need to see it first thing.
Yeah, I gotta watch the first thing too. Hopefully I can watch it.
Because I got some friends on Facebook that I had to unfollow because they kept fucking spoiling everything.
But this guy, you do just
You do the same thing.
I don't spoil my films. I mean, comics, I do like one little panel. Andrew flipped out because he saw the panel for the Green Lantern van.
I didn't read it. I was like, stop showing me stuff, dude.
It's just the picture.
It's only fair that I don't tell you anything. It's fair that you don't post anything. Mister, I'm behind this, but then we'll spoil it online for you. Like, oh. But, yeah, the Star Wars trailer, I did a live reaction to it, and you just see me, like, watching it,
Gawking at the screen.
You wasted 2 minutes watching.
We already have a previous episode you can look up, which I'm pretty sure is titled Star Wars
reaction,
I think
something like that.
It was when we reviewed Rogue One.
We did all of
Oh,
that.
yeah, we discussed about
yeah,
it.
so I'm not going to go into Star Wars. Listen to our Rogue One episode. You can hear me rant and destroy Star Wars for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm not a fan of the franchise. I am. I mean, Lord of the Rings is still my all-time favorite movie franchise. That's just me. I still love Star Wars, but you'll watch me. You can listen to me shred it for 20 minutes until Ricky and Andrew get so fucking fed up with it. They're like, Books of Old People are like, fucking fine, you win. It's all fucking bullshit.
I think we ruined the movies for us anyways by bashing the movies but loving them at the same time.
Yeah, I loved it, but then I destroyed it with like. I destroyed it.
We
Yeah,
started
the funny
talking
thing
about-
is, the reason why it wasn't like I destroyed it with like, oh well, an actual science. No, I used Star Wars science and logic to destroy Star Wars.
Yeah, we ruin our own movies, but we still like them.
Yeah.
But the Star Wars trailer, I mean, makes it, this one makes you think, wonders what's going to happen. It looks like Kylo Ren is
No, it makes you want to pretend that you're going to think about what's going to happen.
It makes you think.
But it's going to follow the same fucking formula they all do.
Empire's going to win this one.
Empire's going to win this one, and she's going to take his hand at the end of the movie and think that, and you're going to think that it's going to be her turning, in the trailer you're supposed to think that it's him turning her, but I guarantee you when that scene comes up in the fucking movie, it's going to be
reversed.
the exact opposite,
Yeah.
and it's going to be her trying to say that, I need a mentor because you probably just killed my fucking one, so I need someone to guide me through the Force, why don't you do it? And try to get him back to the light side.
Because he's contemplating still.
Yeah.
And you can see that he's probably going to kill Leia.
I think he does kill Leia.
I think he does too. But here's another reason. Okay, I mean, I won't get this into it because I've already done my rant on Star Wars in repeated fashion. But can we just have one fucking Sith that's a fucking Sith?
You're not going to get that.
All right, we had Darth Maul, and then it was like he was gone. And then everyone since then has been like just, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll be motherfucker, you killed 30 kids. You're fucking evil. Accept it.
It's like, they had Count Dooku, and then General Grievous. Then
You fucking... And why do they both have to fucking turn to the dark side by killing kids? How do they both have the same fucking origin?
I don't know.
I guess that's how...
Is that how you go to the dark side?
Yeah.
Like, I need to go into a room with like a lightsaber with like 30 like kids training to be a Jedi and be like... I'm sorry.
It's like, your grandpa did it. You gotta do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like... But what if that was this mentality? Well, Grandpa did it, so this must be the only way.
There's like other options, but he's like, I'm going with this one.
Yeah, like that would have been like a nice like. Ricky knows this, and I'm sure you do too, because it's in the Star Wars It's in the Star Wars Clone Wars show, and no, not Clone Wars show. It's in one of the shows, and then it's in the comics where Darth Maul actually lives after he's chopped in half and falls down.
Yeah, I've seen the stuff.
And he loses his mind, and he gets found by like a Sith, like an up and coming Sith, finds him. And, like, he's, like, mentally broken, he's got metal legs, and he fixes his mind, and, like, they try to conquer the galaxy. I'm like, that would have been awesome. Like, if he just showed up. Like, if that was referenced in some way. I'm like, at least it's something different. Like,
and then Obi-Wan killed him.
Yeah, but no, Darth Maul just kills one guy, and then it's like, well, I killed the guy that's stronger than you, but you beat me, because that's how fucking Star Wars logic works.
Yeah.
It's the fucking high ground.
I mean, he's killed people from the low ground, so he knows how to kind of, stop someone from the
Yeah,
low
which
ground.
which first of all, I want to like dissect that scene of like I have the high ground where he jumps, and like I want to watch where his flip is when he chops off his legs and be like, motherfucker, he was even flipped that way. And second of all, even if he was and he hits the ground, I get that your legs were just cauterized, but your arms were fucking fine, dude. Crawl yourself in the fucking rocks. Obi-Wan fucking leaves you. You just fucking let yourself slide into the lava like, motherfucker, use the fucking force and fly forward 10 feet.
My thing is,
Put yourself off the lava.
Like, fucking for real! You have the fucking force! Can't you just be like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking hold the lava off while I get fucking rescued?
my thing is that flip wasn't necessary. Like, I guess thinking wrestling logic is like I've seen like people I know rant about like wrestlers doing flips and then doing a move. Why did he have to flip?
Yeah, okay. Not only that, why do you have to fucking flip straight? You could have fucking flipped to the left, you could have fucking flipped to the right. Obi-Wan's not gonna be like, oh shit, and like jump.
It's like, I'm not gonna let you do your cool move and not do anything
You try to
about
go
it.
behind him, like, dude, why didn't you just jump like in front, like just a few feet in front of him?
Or, like, as I've mentioned, you have the fucking force. How about you just fucking walk across the lava? I'm pretty sure you could fucking pull that off.
Or jump. He could have just jumped and just be like, yeah.
Or just leave.
Yeah, or just do like Andrew was saying, do a jumping downward slash right at him. His options are either going to A, jump back to block the blow, or B, take the direct upper strike and probably crumble from the pressure.
Did you see the alternative ending for that in the game?
No.
Where Anakin won?
Yeah, and it so in the PS2 game and where I guess it came out for Xbox 2, there's an alternative ending that you could play after you beat the game, to where he actually jumps and Obi-Wan just stares at him and he kills Obi-Wan.
Oh wow, look at that jump.
Damn, that was sick, bro. Oh shit.
And in the end, like, he still kills the Emperor anyways, because the Emperor gives him his lightsaber and he kills him. And that.
Yeah, which Ricky knows that in the last Darth Vader issue, like the comic itself pulls a mindfuck on you.
Yep.
To where like Darth Vader gets like he's trying to corrupt the Kyber crystal, and the Kyber crystal's pure good. So like he grabs it, and then like the next panel is you seeing him go, like you see him flashing back to his life, and then all of a sudden he realizes, and he goes to the Emperor. The Emperor goes, "Have you decided?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he fucking pulls out the blue lightsaber and kills the Emperor. And then the next panel is him being like, It's back to Darth Vader being like, no, fuck that shit. And like corrupting it. And you're like, holy shit. I thought like the comic was taking like a full on different twist. But it's that same premise. Like,
I mean, he wants to plot against the Emperor. So.
Yeah. Which, I mean, there's many things. I mean, like, yeah, Anakin kills all his kids, but he doesn't even, he wasn't responsible for Mace Windu dying. It was the fucking Emperor, like, shocked him into like the sky. All he did was like cut off his arms.
Power.
Yeah, like, Which, okay, am I the only one who, like, after seeing, like, you see Mace Windu beat the Emperor and almost kill him and all that stuff, like, and then, like, Anakin never tries to attack the Emperor, like, dude, Emperor's fucking weak as shit, dude. You could probably kill him with, like, relative ease.
Yeah, you know he's evil. I mean, you know he's evil.
Yeah, but, like, if Darth Vader's whole thing was, like, he never attacked the Emperor because, you know, like, he was trying to find his own Sith apprentice to take over before, like, attacking him, like, why? He's fucking weak.
Yeah.
Yoda was kicking his ass the whole fight until he started fucking throwing shit.
Yeah. I mean, enough about Star Wars. Anyways, the trailer.
Yeah.
The trailer.
The trailer was good.
And then they had to add. They have to add a cheesy little. What's that bird-looking thing?
Oh, I don't know what that creature is.
Yeah, it's just like,
he's new though.
Yeah, it's like I think.
Yep.
I think that's just a way of getting.
Hello, Funko Pop.
Yep, exactly.
Selling, that's a sell to it. They have to.
That's
It's them trying to do another BB-8 thing, or Baby Groot, just.
You have BB-8. That's fine. That's all you need. It's
you don't need a thing that mimics Chewbacca, who is CGI'd the fuck.
Yeah, they did.
Like that looked. I'm just saying, like that to me was the only thing that looked bad in the trailer was CGI.
The little bird.
No,
it's Chewbacca.
CGI Chewbacca looks
because the original actor is so old now.
Yeah, but like rather than just get a new actor who can redo that voice, because I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure we have the technology to where an actor in a suit could open the mouth and you could put in the noise.
Or we're not going to even.
So instead they're just like, no, it's CGI, and it does look bad.
Yeah.
Like if you re-look at the trailer, focus on the CGI
The
Chewbacca.
hair is bad.
It looks really bad.
No, but okay. One last thing though, Finn versus Captain Phasma. I kind of screamed at that part.
Yeah, because she's actually doing something.
Because like they're finally giving Finn a fight scene where he doesn't have to use a lightsaber.
Well, he uses a kind of.
So you know
he
he's
uses that baton.
He uses
he uses
an electro like shock baton.
Yeah, because you know he's not a Jedi or a Force sensitive person. So
yeah, because as we all know, anyone can turn on a lightsaber. Because that also makes fucking sense.
But the fight scene here makes sense because it's like his old commander. He's fighting against his commander.
I mean, I like Phasma up to the point just because
it just looks cool.
Yeah, the suit looks cool, but I hate the fact that they're still trying to give her that whole...
This also just proves that if they just let the stormtroopers take off their helmets, they would fucking hit everything.
That's why they're missing it, because their vision is lower.
Yeah. There's a follow to that too. If you watch like A New Hope, like Obi-Wan actually like gives them like actually makes them sound good by saying, oh, these shots aren't made from any soldiers or any whatever droid. It's a stormtrooper, and they're the deadliest thing there is in the universe. And now you just have them as the
whereas now it's like now the droids were better because at least the droids had a fucking targeting system.
Yeah.
Even if they fired fucking slow, at least they were like they're
supposed to be deadly, and Obi-Wan said it in the first movie. So they're just known to be pathetic losers.
They're the red shirts.
Yep, just the permanent red shirts.
But anyways, let's call it. It's been a nice podcast. I do want to plug in the horror film roulette showing, which is on October 21st at AMC 30
and
Mountain Hall Road. It's on 21st. They're gonna show everyone's short films. They're all 5-minute shorts.
We would go, but we don't like you.
And it's $5 person. It's from 7 to 10.
Well, that's cheaper than the other one we went to.
Yeah, so 7 to 10, and it's a fun thing. So if you want to see fan films or short films, hopefully there's no fan films because Chris would be pissed if we lose to a fan film like last year. But yeah. There's a bunch. I think there are like 20 teams or so that are in here.
Damn.
So 5-minute films. Come if you have nothing to do on the 21st.
It's on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's on a Saturday. $5 a person, and we worked hard on our film, and everyone else worked hard.
Are you willing to pay for me and Ricky if we go?
No, you guys are on your own, man. But anyways, that's.
He'll drive us if that.
Yeah, he'll drive. Yeah.
Anything else before we sign off?
Plug to Liberty Comics in Roseville on Gratiot. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because they've been hooking me up lately.
Shut up.
And, I'm probably gonna. We need it. We're gonna talk about it after we cut ourselves on the air. But I think we need to. We should figure out a day that we can message the guy and get the.
Oh, I forgot. Do we still have his card?
Yeah, it's upstairs.
Okay. Well, anyways.
But yeah, watch the trailers. Justice League.
Yes. Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Horror movies.
Read your comic books.
Read your comic books. Watch anime. Yeah. I know I haven't watched anime in a while, so I don't have any good anime recommendations. Well, actually, no, I do. I just finished one on Netflix. Anyone who has Netflix, the Magi series. I didn't watch the first two. I just watched The Legend of Sinbad. Very good 12-episode anime. Progresses the storyline while at least keeping things pretty interesting. So if you're ever bored, it's a pretty short anime on Netflix. It's good. Check it out. Watch it.
And Voltron comes back.
Yes!
This Friday.
Fuck yes.
Voltron
Season 4 of Voltron.
Yes.
Stranger Things comes out this month too, guys.
Yeah, I never saw Season 1, so I don't know.
What, dude? You're missing out, man. Watch Stranger Things.
But yeah, watch Voltron, which I want them to do. Do they need to do a new Voltron comic?
They should.
I think they
I mean, this show was so popular on Netflix. I think they need to capitalize.
Yeah. Anyways, that's it for right now. I mean, there's all this stuff that we could plug in and read metal. But anyways, that's it. I got nothing else.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, we have more topics, but
we'll save that for the next.
Yeah.
So tune in next time. Follow us on Facebook.
More.
YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe.
Yes,
SoundCloud.
Share our pages.
iTunes. Share our pages. And we're out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we'll be back with probably 2 weeks.
Yeah, everybody weekly.
Probably, hopefully, the week of Halloween. Hopefully.
Yeah, if we can do one the week of Halloween, that'd be good. Because he's going to Wisconsin for a week, and I don't know if I can go in or not yet. Depends, because like Pat's going to be going later, so I might join him. But if I can't go, I'll be here for a week, like alone for a week.
Oh.
Very clearly going to be taking a day off there. So if I do end up staying for the whole week, we are getting some serious anime and gaming and munchkin.
Yeah, well, this is Potluck, and I'm Andrew.
Oh, Mark, I'm Mac.
And I'm Ricky.
I love
And
you guys.
that's it, guys. Happy
What?
birthday, yo.
I love you. Now you gotta watch us fucking clean up. No.
After watching us jump for fucking girls.
We need to fucking find that replay. We need to post it to the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Can you do that, Andrew?
Clip that. Just clip.
Yeah.
Like just
Can
clip
you
the
take-
video of us jumping.
We have to. Like, we have to find that 30. We have to find that minute clip on YouTube, take it out, and put it onto our main Facebook page. That's fucking gold.
Yeah. That was good, because like we're in the middle of talking about ghosts and that shit just fucking falls.
Would you rather be trapped with this or this? Oh shit!
I'll take that answer.
This one, I hope people will share shower curtains.
That was good.
Yeah, no, that timing ended up working like just perfect. Like.